thanks for the nice introduction. I'm in a pretty embarrassed situation right now because I prepared a nice opening. Pranishka has just said everything because I'm supposed to say. So I don't have opening right now. But in a Sunday morning, I'm glad to see all of you, smiling faces here. We were partying till late night yesterday at our installation ceremony, but I see some faces with energy to get this session going. So good morning once again everybody, and so my role is to deliver an overview about the club officer roles. And every year, by this time we appoint about 7 club officers to take our clubs forward to the next level. And we are going through the installation ceremonies, team on daily basis during this part of the year, always. Right, so I think it is good to sort of sit back and discuss what we supposed to deliver as a group. We will have individual objectives. I'm sure it will be delivered during the breakaway sessions. But as a team, what are the collective responsibilities? So that is the objective of this session, to get an idea about the other roles. If you are a president or if you are a sergeant at arms, what others are supposed to deliver in order to achieve the common objective. And Toastmasters International have an exco role, which is typically that we come across in our corporate environment, executive level. In Toastmastering, we have about 7 club officers. In our corporate environment, we have different titles and designations. But there's a major difference between what we come across in our corporate environment and Toastmasters. In the corporate environment, with our designations and the titles, we get the authority and the power to command and control. But in Toastmasters, it is not. It is a voluntary organization, and we have this inverted pyramid structure. In a corporate environment, what we have is the president and the board of directors sits at the top, and the workforce is at the bottom. In Toastmasters, it is the other way around. We call it inverted pyramid. The members is at the top, and the exco is at the bottom. So it's a servant leadership principle that we are trying to. So having that in mind, let us go through the responsibilities of each and every role. Let me start with the president. He or she is the chief executive officer of the organization. And when you are the chief executive officer of the organization, there are certain roles and certain responsibilities that comes along with that particular title. And obviously, preside over club meetings and the executive committee meetings. He or she is the face of the organization to the external world. Anybody outside the organization who wants to contact your particular club will deal with the president. So you have a kind of an external facing role, external stakeholder management. This is a typical CEO's role of any organization, facing the external world. And also, in the corporate world, any CEO is supposed to deliver certain KPIs and execute a strategic plan. Here, it is earn distinguished club recognition. That is the minimum KPI that the CEO or the president is supposed to deliver at the club level. And also, he or she is an experienced member who would have held a couple of other leadership positions before being appointed as the president. So he's supposed to lead and guide the membership of the organization in order to better control the organization. Then comes the VP education. This is the heart of the organization. Because our Toastmasters organization is an education institution. And the VP education is the person who is in charge of the education program. I would call it the chief operating officer of the organization. A kind of a stressful job. It will have a lot of demand on that particular individual's time. We had a VP education in our club. I'm sure on Sunday between 9 PM to 10 PM I get a call from him, followed by a text message, and followed by a 5-minute message also. You will have this particular role, are you coming on? So you need to go behind people, push them, sometimes motivate them in order to achieve the organization objectives. So the main responsibilities are coordinate club schedule, preparation of the agenda, fill in the roles, meeting roles, prepare the agenda for a couple of next meetings, plans the educational awards, who are the members who will be achieving the CC, who are the people who will be achieving the leadership award this time. He or she has to plan everything. And also, you need to assist with the educational awards. You need to educate people on what are the educational awards available for them, which manuals to choose sometimes. Perhaps when you go beyond the CC level, there are manuals to be chosen. So probably this person could advise on what manuals to choose when you go into the advanced communication series. And also once the education awards are achieved and there are documentation to be processed with the world headquarters, this person is in charge of that process as well. And also, we all know we are going to speech contests. There are 2 sets of speech contests, and he or she is the person who's supposed to coordinate the speech contest. And some clubs do have the mentor program. All the clubs should have, but some don't practice it. If you have a mentor program, and VP Education is the person who's in charge of that activity as well. It's a kind of a demanded role, as well as this role will give you a lot of interactions with the members. So it will be a right stepping foot if you want to become a president or a area level leadership position. Then comes the VP membership. I would call it the chief sales officer of the organization, because our organization will not survive without having members. So you need to get the members into the club. So this person is the person who's in charge of bringing the guests in, converting guests to the members. And he has specific objectives. There are 2 DCP sets of points coming under the special purview of the VP membership. So main responsibilities involve the recruiting new members and conduct membership building programs. There could be many. The Speechcraft program is one such program. If you are a community club, you may do road shows. If you are a corporate club, you need to get the involvement of the management. So VP membership has a bigger role to play when recruiting as well as retaining members, as well as the documentation process. The process of membership applications also is under the purview of VP membership. Then comes the Chief Marketing Officer, the Vice President Public Relations. He or she is the person who is in charge of all the marketing communication activities. The PR, manage all the PR as well as marketing activities of the organization. Especially we are in the social media days, so somebody who's social media savvy, who could run a Facebook page, who could build a LinkedIn page, also who could run a website if the club already has a website. He's that type of person. And manage club newsletter, if any, as well as you are the custodian of the Toastmasters brand and Toastmasters trademarks and the copyrights. This is very important to have the right branding material when you are communicating with the external parties. There is the secretary, who is the custodian of all the correspondence of the organization. If you are dealing with the external parties, with the banks, auditors, probably in the corporate club you may be dealing with the top management. If you are a community club, then you have to deal with other stakeholders. So he or she is the person who's in charge of all the correspondence, and also maintain club files, taking minutes of the executive committee meeting, as well as if you have special business meetings, you need to take the minutes and circulate among the members. And finally, the Chief Finance Officer of the organization, the treasurer. You need money in order to run the organization. So he's the person who's taking care of the finances. Starting with preparation of the club budget and keeping a track record of all the incomes and expenses. And finally, at the end of the year, some clubs has this, some don't. At the annual general meeting, typically in our club, we publish our audited financial statement for the approval of the members. So he is the person who's in charge of that. If somebody who's having a little bit of accounting background will definitely play a big role here. and sergeant at arms. When I initially joined Toastmasters, I thought this person is somebody who must be carrying a weapon because he's sergeant at arms. But my understanding was very different, and apparently, when I was the president of ISL Toastmasters, when this person is not around, I'm really nervous because the refreshment is not there, the podium is not arranged. Everything needs to be arranged prior to the club meeting. He's in charge of that. And if you don't have a particular sergeant at arms not functioning properly or the person is absent, something could go wrong somewhere. So I'm very nervous to start a meeting without sergeant at arms. It's a very important position, head of logistics and the supply chain. He's in charge of all the materials, starting from selection of menu, arranging refreshments, having the mics and the podium, the projectors, everything ready, and also keep the club property in order. I'm sure you will have an oral understanding of all the roles now, and look forward for an enriching Toastmaster year for next 12 months. Good luck and wish you all the best.